Well, everyone, a new year is upon us, and that means same stories and issues covered in a different blanket. However, I'm going to do a migrant recap of 2017, where we're looking at the newer statistics released and the possible future implications of having said economic migrants. For starters, Germany has released new information pertaining to the influx of economic migrants. This article reads 2018 Progress on Job Placement of Refugees, and I quote, by the end of September 2017, the number of employees subject to Social Security contributions from the 8 main countries of asylum was 195,000. This was around 75,000 more than the year before. And it continues. It's possible that will happen again, because the economy is developing well. As a result, there are many additional jobs, even simpler helper occupations, which are primarily for refugees with a lack of vocational training and inadequate language skills in question. Based upon these numbers that are presented, that would qualify the other 95% of economic refugees as unemployed in Germany, considering Germany is estimated to have taken 2.5 million migrants in 2015. And as the article stated, the ones that are employed are only doing, as that list stated, helper jobs, such as janitorial work or food preparation helpers within migrant centers. Not to mention, they are failing their goals. I wonder why. Maybe it is because many do not wish integration, but are instead there for financial benefit. However, these appalling numbers are not surprising when acknowledging what the German Migratory Office has stated with their 2015 estimates and numbers. The numbers go to show a majority of these economic refugees are unaccompanied males ages 18 to 40, with only a small percentage being women, children, and families. Not to mention, a majority of them are not coming from Syria, but instead from countries such as Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Ironically enough, EU officials have already admitted to the majority of migrants being indeed economic refugees. However, I digress. A German newspaper in Frankfurt conducted a survey of the top 30 German companies, and this is what they found. Out of the top 30 German companies, they had found only 54 migrants have been employed, and 50 of them by a singular company, Deutsche Post. Initially, the companies were very optimistic about the newly arrived workforce, but as the statistics came in, their optimism was reduced dramatically. The article continues by stating the experts of the Federal Employment Agency state there are 2 general hurdles for refugees in the German labor market: poor or missing knowledge of German, as well as missing, quote, formal professional qualifications. Despite over 60% of migrants being under 35, it is estimated proper vocational and language training will take at least 5 years to complete to allow the migrant to have the proper tools needed to find a job in the specialist field in Germany. Not to mention, only 300,000 are enrolled currently as unemployed, and 74% of those have had no vocational training, let alone a school-leaving certificate, and only 9% have a degree. Again, this is a small fraction of the convoluted migrant crisis. Reports from Denmark go on to state that migrants, in this case meaning those individuals from Africa and the Middle East, are the least likely to contribute to society, meaning they're less likely to work and pay their due diligence to the welfare state of Europe. Meanwhile, individuals from Asia and other Western countries are the most likely to contribute to society. What does all this mean? It means that an attempt was made to fix the European labor market and economy by allowing a major influx of peoples from various countries around the globe and repeat what Germany did previously by bringing in a Turkish workforce. This, however, backfired as hundreds of thousands of unqualified workers flood into Europe, and along with the influx has allowed terrorism to fluster, to which these individuals collect their pensions and use the Khawalder, Khawa meaning transfer or trust in Arabic, as a person that is known to be trusted with money. For instance, in a country like, let's say, Germany, the migrant would hand over cash to the Khawalder from his pension that he collected. In return, the migrant would receive a code to send to the intended recipient in Syria or wherever. Once the code has arrived via text message or email, that person goes to the Khawalder's partner and the money is transferred. Some of the money, however, does not reach the destination. Examples such as being pocketed by the Khawalder him or herself, or the money is given to fund terrorist networks around the globe. Such an instance was discovered by Spanish police in 2015. Granted, not every refugee is there for handouts, nor are they terrorists. However, if you have ever dealt with the regions of Africa and the Middle East in a hands-on kind of sense, you know the one fact that most do not. Everyone knows someone, whether that means drugs, sex, slave trade, or even terrorism. Everybody knows somebody. However, this is a cultural and societal characteristic which I will cover at some other point in time. Now the real question is, what will happen next? Considering this crisis is pushing countries away from the EU and is causing Merkel to lose her footing on the slab she stands on built by the hands of the German and European peoples. Who knows truly? But we can only estimate more terror attacks, future economic ramifications from migrants, and poor policy choices. However, in this period of uncertainty, in these seemingly dark times, I know the spirit of the European peoples will be awakened, and we will stand to repression to the policies of emotionalism and the sanctimonious people who support them. The Reformation will come. It is just a matter of when Europe and her peoples awaken. Thank you for watching this video. We greatly appreciate any audience that we can receive. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be attempting to post more regular content regarding a lot of European and United States political issues. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and other variations of social media.